It seems Staten Island, as usual, ignored by Channel 1. No surprise here, because guess what? Another major story was ignored. So, this is what I'm talking about. Channel 1 just doesn't care about Staten Island. They'll show the advance on the in the papers occasionally, but guess what? You know, we're not going to talk about the major stories like this. So, this is all I'm going to talk about today because I do not want to spend the rest of my Saturday going on and on about Channel 1 like last night. So, here we go. Let's read what happened here. So, a man was dropped off at Staten Island Hospital with a gunshot wound to his chest, deceased. So, let's read the details. A 36-year-old man has died after he was brought by private means to Staten Island University Hospital in Princess Bay with a gunshot wound on Wednesday. So this happened back on the 19th. Yes, okay. So according to NYPD, they're investigating the death as a homicide. So it says that the 36-year-old man who lives in the confines of the 123 precinct on the south shore of Staten Island was dropped off at the emergency room, and an x-ray revealed that there was a bullet lodged inside his body, according to a source with knowledge of the investigation. So, it says that police were responding to a suspicious death at the hospital. So, this was at 375 Seguin Avenue. So, it says here that the victim was unconscious and unresponsive when he was brought to the hospital by a male and female who did not remain at the medical facility. The victim had a puncture wound to his upper right arm. Hospital staff examined the man and found that he had a bullet lodged in his chest. The victim subsequently was pronounced dead at the hospital. So no arrest, ongoing investigation. So again, this is being investigated as a homicide. So look at that. I mean, what else is there to say? So let's take a look at Channel 1's homepage today. And let's take a look to see if, in fact, what we got. And of course, just like last night, this is the homepage that we saw from last night. But there is some good news. And I'm very happy about this. I'm going to show you in the papers, because I'm certainly happy about something. So take a look to see what was in the New York Post this morning.
The New York Post talking about the governor's race, that new polling showing Lee Zeldin and Kathy Hochul locked in a tight race.
Yep,
Republican candidate
it's a brand new election.
By decimal points. Now, a core finding in this polling was that Zeldin is beating Hochul handily among self-described independents and voters not registered with either party. That is a key block of swing voters that he would need in order to offset the state's enormous Democratic Party enrollment advantage.
The Post this morning taking a closer look at Mayor Adams' crime summit, saying it.
Okay, well, we don't need to hear about the stupid crime summit. That's a given. But let me look at these numbers for a second. So this is very interesting. So you got Zeldin leading in Long Island, Zeldin leading in the capital region. Hochul is up only by 2 points in Western New York. Central New York, Zeldin's actually leading by 3 points. So that's interesting. And no surprise, what is so clueless about the people in New York City that they just love Kathy Hochul? We need those independent votes. So I'm glad we're making up a large part of it. But, again, if Zeldin doesn't get Nassau County, that's going to be a problem. Because I saw on Newsday that Hochul was leading by 5 points. But I do want to show you what the Daily News had. So let's play this part.
Axe down killer. The headline this morning, that is Jessica Trustick on the front page with her dog Moose. He was beaten so badly by a stranger in Prospect Park recently that he had to be euthanized.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
She saw that same man in the park again yesterday and pursued him until she says that he turned on her. She says that she followed him for about 15 minutes in the park with pepper spray, but then he turned the tables and came after her with a can of mace and a stick. Trustic says she was scared, but she was ready to act for her dog, Moose. The dog's death really has become a major issue in this neighborhood, raising questions about safety and justice. Police, meanwhile, say there is an active investigation.
So again, Prospect Park is not safe. You know, just like how, again, you saw all the fires that were done at Central Park this year.
Broadway says all bets should be off when it comes to a possible casino in Times Square. The Broadway League.
And trust me, I'm completely against this casino. I'm completely against this casino. It's literally going to be right by Bryant Park. I do not want a casino anywhere near Bryant Park. No. This casino better not happen.
Says it does not support the idea of the Caesars Palace, Times Square. The group of theater owners saying gambling is not a good fit alongside the Broadway shows that draw tourists. Caesars is one of several casino operators vying for a license to run a casino in the state. Senator Brad Hoylman, who represents the district, says his constituents have not asked for a casino, and he is very skeptical of this idea.
The city says it has cleared about 1,500 homeless camps from city streets during the mayor's first year in office so far, but the data shows only about 104 people living in the encampments actually accepted city services. It is a number that city officials say is a win, but not so.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm like, really, that's Mayor Hypocrite in a nutshell. But I do want to call out the Bryant Park Corporation. It seems they're in favor of this. It seems they are in favor of the casino, it looks like. Shame on you, Bryant Park Corporation. You know, maybe that's why you're called the corporation. I don't know. But I want to thank the Broadway League for speaking up. Thank you very much. Because, as I've said, we can't have a casino in Times Square. Because, again, it's literally going to be right by Bryant Park. Right? We don't need a casino near Bryant Park. Right? It's going to deter people away from the park. Alright? Especially because we're only a few days away from Windsor Village opening. So, I guess to wrap up this video, I do want to mention something very, very interesting that I did see on the Advance. And I'll put this article in the description below. But, yeah, look at this. Cool Halloween houses in Staten Island. You won't see this on Channel 1 either. Yes, we are 1 week away from Halloween, so I figured let's end today's video on a positive note, because it seems we don't have a lot of that these days. So without further ado, let's watch some awesome Halloween decorations from the Staten Island Advance.